No one seems to know who I am. And I'm fine with that. I remember, I think it was Larry Wachowski, now Lana Wachowski, was saying that once you lost anonymity, you could never get it back. And that's what she kind of regrets about being famous. When you're really gifted, people want a piece of you. They don't know what it's like to be in this body. I need my anonymity. I need to be able to come home. Not just to this, but to this. People ask me how I do it. They think it's such a big deal. It's not a big deal. How do you do it, man? You think I'm doing it, but really, you're just not doing it. You're not coming home. What do you mean? You know, for you, life is torture. You're an outcast. Yeah. I suppose you could say that. I just want what you have. Yeah. You and everyone else. But you can't have it. Because if I have to give you some, then I have to give them some. Well, man, I ain't gonna tell anybody. You could just give me a little piece, and I will shut up. I will zip my mouth. No, you won't. You're an addict. You couldn't shut your mouth if you tried. Why you gotta be mean to me like that? I'm in a pissy mood today. That's why. I'm about to lose my anonymity. And I'm not happy. Besides, everything about me is on fire and itches. I want to scratch my face off. My hair. I feel like I'm going to the chopping block. Oh man, I could probably help you. I don't think you can help me. No. Bro, I know people. I get you off the chopping block, but you gotta give me something in return, you know? How do I know that you know people? Well, I guess you don't know that I know. But what what else are you gonna do? You know, they're about to just put you out on the stage in front of billions of people, parade you in front of the world. Once you cross that line, brother, ain't no going back. So, you want to be famous and you want to be anonymous. I can't help you with the famous part, but I can help you with the anonymous part. What we do is we just say that you OD'd and that you just can't make it today. How you like them apples? How you like that? Well, then my reputation, man, your reputation, schmeputation. It doesn't matter if you're not famous. You know, they don't even know who you are, so it doesn't matter if they hear that you OD'd and you couldn't make it to the show tonight. Now that's how I can help you out. But you gotta trust me, brother. You gotta trust. Trusting is not easy. Yeah. I know that's right. Why are you afraid of being so famous because you're so gifted? Well, you know, for some people, for a lot of people, most people, that is exactly what they want. They just want to be known by everybody and get all that love. Why don't you want that? Because it's not love. All that adulation comes with a price. Always. I'm giving you all of this, so you gotta give me all that. And people don't even realize that they are the one that's creating the contract. Well, you are getting in front of the cameras. So, you are consenting to be famous. Is that right? Yeah, I guess. Right. So when you consent, and you say to everybody, hey, here I am. Then they're like, oh, we're gonna give you all that praise, all that love. But you're gonna give us something in return. So we're not expending all of this to get nothing back. I can see why you want to be anonymous. And like I said, I can help you with that. But there's gotta be a little something in it for me, you know. I can make it such that no one ever knows your name. No one. But you gotta do a little kickback. It sounds dirty is what this sounds like. Yeah, maybe. But you don't have to worry about that because no one knows who you are. It's not like I'm sullying your reputation. You ain't got no reputation, that is the point. You get on that stage, people start asking questions, people start taking, they start wanting, and you got a whole lifetime ahead of you where you can't get any private time. You walk out to go to your car and there's the paparazzi. But I can't believe that I'm actually going to be famous. I wanted that many many years ago I wanted that. Now I just think it's preposterous. It's stupid. Yeah. It was really good. Is when you go on a DMT trip and you see those little machine elves. See, that's not stupid. You're in hyperspace. That's the real deal. You know, the thing about being famous, I gotta say, man, it's like, I feel you, because you're never gonna have your own time. You always gotta be doing something to stay famous, because once you taste that Kool-Aid, you gotta keep drinking it, you know? You can't just say, oh, I'm famous for a day. No, you gotta keep it up. Keep up the appearances. Keep up with the Joneses, you know? What are you gonna be famous for, by the way? What are you gonna do? I don't get it. I'm here and I could see you and I could sense you and I could just know that something wasn't right with you. I offer my services, but I don't know the full picture. You want to tell me? I don't even want to say it, because when I start to talk about it, things get a little weird. You know, you get kind of, when things get self-reflective, you start talking about them, and the fact that you're talking about it actually multiplies how much it happens. You become aware of something, and then that awareness makes the thing more prevalent. Yeah, I guess I understand what you're trying to say. Yeah, you don't want to talk about it because talking about it's gonna just make it more worse. Something more worse. Yeah. Listen, I'm an addict. I don't always have the right words, but you know what I'm saying. More worse. More worse. Yeah. I suppose I can tell you, though. I can see forward and see what's coming. People say that I can look into the future. They misunderstand. That's not what I'm doing. There is no future. That's part of the issue. That's why people can't see. I can't see what's coming. I can see what's coming. Yeah? Yes, I can. Really? Now my fingers am I holding up right now? So they want to make you famous for that. Well, they're about to make me famous for that. Why? I mean, you're like psychic, clairvoyant kind of guy? Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of people like that. So, why single you out? Ruin your anonymity. Gotta go slow with that word. Why ruin you? It's what I see that's got people all excited. Oh, you like seeing the lottery or something like that. Who wins it? No. You ever see when people die? Everybody wants to know when they're gonna die. No. Then what do you see, man? Why does everybody want to make you famous for what you're seeing? What do you see? I can't even imagine what you would be seeing that's important. You see like stock market or something? No, it's nothing like that. Well, don't keep a brother waiting. What is it? I see. What people are going to be doing in their next lifetime. What? Yeah, I know what they're going to be doing next. Yeah, well, who cares about that? I don't get it. Why make someone famous over that? What's the big deal? So what? It's actually a pretty big deal. I don't get it. Why is it a big deal? Because if someone knows what they're going to be doing in the next life, that means that they're going to try to figure out what they should do with this life. Yeah, well, so, I guess that's somewhat important, but let's go in your case here. And I hope you don't mind me getting a little bit honest. So you're into drugs, you're an addict. And when you die, you're gonna go into your great sleep and you're gonna process all this and learn this. Integrate. And then you're gonna come back. And then all the drugs you did in your former life, all the addiction, all the suffering you created, you for yourself, but for others too. That's gonna affect how you come back and what you are. And I say what you are. You may not be a who you are. Well, you just saying like I come back as a rock or something? No. You come back as some kind of entity. A negative entity. You're not a human. Is that what you are actually seeing for me right now? Because you got the ability. What's up? I'm not gonna be doing that. I won't do that. I won't look into your future. Your next incarnation, I'm not gonna do that. I thought time didn't exist, so what's this future thing? You just see things coming, that's all it is. When we say future, it's not really the future, it's all just happening now. We see things now. It's happening now. So, if someone like me is addicted, why would I come back as a negative entity? I mean, isn't that kind of judgmental? I really think that that's something nice that you would say to somebody, oh, hey, you're a drug addict, you're coming back as a negative entity. You think people are going to make you famous for that? Not for that. I don't think for that, no. But if I did tell you that you're gonna come back as a negative entity, you get really curious real fast and be like, okay, what's a negative entity? When am I coming back? What do I do? All the questions. And it's not just you, it's everybody. So I can't walk down the street. Everybody wants to know what's coming next, their next life. But what about you? Can you see your next life? Me? My own life? Yeah. Can you? No. So you can see everybody else's life, but you can't see your own life? I mean, the future? I don't know what I'm gonna be doing in my next life. Well, shit. That's another reason to be famous, because it's like everybody will know that you can't even see your next life. And then someone's gonna have to figure it out how to help you. You've got a long way to go. But what I want to say is, now that I have a better understanding of your situation, I'm going to make a proposal to you. That you ride this wave. You know, one of the reasons I do drugs is because I just like to get super high and ride the wave. And I think that's what is going on with you. You are gonna ride. This is not accidental. No. You were chosen for this. Chosen for this. Ride the wave. Because when people come up to you and they want to know what they're going to be doing in their next life, and you tell them you're going to change their life. Absolutely, man. Because now they're going to be like, oh, wow. Everything I'm doing now is determining what I'm going to be doing then. And what's happening is you're helping people see the connection between lifetimes. I mean, if you're gonna be famous, I would think that being famous for something like that is gonna be a good thing. How many people even know about this going from lifetime to lifetime? I would say, knowing what I do now as a result of talking to you out here in this alleyway, I would consider giving up the drugs. I would consider it. I've never considered it. It's never been a possibility for me. Because everything was just horrible. But now I see it's like, okay, everything is horrible. But if I continue down this path, everything's gonna stay horrible. And if you get famous, and you help me see that, and you help all these people see that, other addicts too, we're gonna help people. I can help you if you want. Like, you worried about the paparazzi? I'll just go out in front of you, and I'll be like, make way, psychic, incoming. I don't look at myself as a psychic, man. I don't care what you call yourself. Make way, famous dude coming through. Where I get stuck is thinking about whether it's actually a good thing. I step out on the stage. Everybody knows something that they did not know before, and I become a catalyst for change on a civilizational level. I become a billionaire. But the price is my anonymity. Once I do that, I can't go back. Yeah, but you just, you gave me some honesty earlier. I'm gonna give you some honesty now. You're only thinking in terms of yourself here. Oh, don't I know it? Yeah, you're only thinking about you. And while I get that, this gift chose you. It chose you. It's not some random event. This is meaningful. But come to think about it, this is something that I don't actually understand about your gift. How do you know? Like, how could you know that? It hasn't happened. So how could you know what they're gonna be in their next life? It's not. It hasn't happened yet, so... I mean, how would you even verify that? How would you verify it? Yeah? Did I ask the right question, Mr. Fame? That's another thing that I don't want to go through. I don't want the scrutiny. I don't want people up in my business like that. I don't want them obsessing about my life and whether I'm in integrity. F you. Yeah, but, like, how did it come to pass that you... I don't really get it. I don't get it. Like, how did it come to pass that you recognize that you had this gift, other people recognize that they have this gift? Like, where's the proof is what I'm trying to say. The proof? Yeah, the proof, man. And I have people say thank you for how I changed their life. What do you mean? Well, they tell me from their next life. The what? It's verified. They're in their next life. And they say thank you to me for helping them see the habits and the bad behavior from their previous life while they were living their previous life, and how that would, left unchecked, left uncorrected, would create trouble later. And they took that to heart, and they changed their trajectory. Now they're grateful, and now they thank me. How did they thank you? In dreams. So how can we possibly prove that it's happening in your dreams, man? We can't get in there and be like, take a snapshot and say, okay, this is the proof. And even if we could, how do we even know that it's just anything more than a dream? Yeah. No objections, you're right. I mean, and that's another reason why I don't want to get on that stage and tell the world that I can see their future incarnation. I don't want to do that. I would like to stay out here in the alleyway and just forget it all happened. But I can't do that, can I? I mean, think about it. You were out here doing whatever you were doing. And you are literally the most perfect person that I could talk to about this. Where's the coincidence there? I mean, what happened to you, man? Why did you end up turning to drugs? I lost faith. And just wanted to live in the present, man. Just wanted to live for today, for now, for me. And I just realized that, the drugs were kind of like the way to do that. The portal, the door, Sometimes I do wonder what would have happened if I were just raised the right way, and then you show up. I don't even know why I'm in this alleyway in particular, but you're out here terrified of going on that stage, and you just help me see that my life is not going in the right direction. And I wouldn't mind trading places with you. If I could pull it off, I'd walk up on that stage and tell people that I can see their next lives. Maybe they would believe me. Yeah, they will. Well, how can that even matter then, if they're just gonna believe you no matter what? They'll believe you if it's true. How could it be true? That's not my gift. That's you. No. You got it too. What? That's why you're here. That's why we're talking. That's why you chose the drugs. Because you couldn't handle it. But you got the gift. You can see what they'll be next. That's why you showed up tonight. Because you saw me before I stepped into this alleyway.